Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have significant Aquarius placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Aquarius, I'm getting a lot of downloads for your reading today. Okay, so first of all, Aquarius or Mercury, the planet, is moving into Aquarius today in your sign. So I feel like there's maybe some communication that's coming in for you. It could be also like a new contract of some sort in I don't know what area. We'll pull more cards to see what this is about, but I feel like there's some sort of new contract or new communication that's coming in for you within the next like couple of months or so, or a couple of weeks. I feel like whatever this new contract is, or whatever it is, perhaps a new cycle of some sort, there's something here where it's like, it feels like it's something that is very exciting. And I feel like you will want to move really quickly on whatever this is. It kind of feels like that, whatever this new energy is. Just a reminder for you Aquarius though, that like there's use discretion and caution is just what I'm gonna say with that, because I feel like there's something here where a slow and steady approach is going to be very beneficial for you at this time, because there may be sort of this feeling of wanting to move quickly. So you may also be feeling sort of energies of perhaps anxiety or something like that, where maybe you're looking really far into the future, because it kind of feels like something, Aquarius, like whatever this new thing is, feels like it has a lot of long-term potential or long-term consequences or long-term possibilities. That's how it's coming through. This new thing has a lot of potential for that. And so there may be sort of this anxiety or an eagerness to be in the future, or to be like further along than you are. And it's important to remember that, like, I feel like small and steady steps are favored, are more likely to be successful than like big sweeping gestures or like large movements or like that. It's that kind of energy. So it's trying to emphasize like slow and steady, small steps, walk before you run, all of that sort of like, you know, cliche, take it slowly kind of energy is coming through for you. Take it slowly, because it is something that unfolds over time, over a long period of time perhaps, and you don't want to burn out at the beginning, right? So that's how it's coming through for you. I feel like there's also this energy of like there may be, it kind of feels like there are like two paths that are merging together is how it's coming through. I don't know in what way, Aquarius. It could be like two different aspects of your life are merging together, or like two, if it's a relationship, for example, two separate lives are coming together, like that kind of thing. And so at the beginning, there may be a little bit of adjustments that are needed, or like trial and error that's required. Emphasis on the error, because there may be sort of like things where it's like you try something, it doesn't work, or like it needs adjustments, or like it's not going to turn out exactly perfect, or that kind of thing. So not to discourage anyone, it's just emphasizing that like this is something that will need work. It will need work in order for it to be successful. That's how it's coming through. Okay. It's coming through as well with sort of like this balance of having like optimism and hope while also being realistic and grounded. I feel like there's a bit of practical sort of like pentacle-y kind of material, physical realm things that need to be taken care of. That's how it's coming through in order for whatever this expansion is for you. It does feel like an expansion. But right now, Mars and Jupiter are both in retrograde, so it might not be the best time to sort of make like big moves, Aquarius. That's how it's coming through. Slow and steady. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay. I'm gonna start pulling cards for you. It's feeling very positive though. It's just remembering to sort of like take it slowly. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna take these. There's 4, that's too many. But interesting. A hummingbird in languor. This is okay, so a hummingbird, of course, moves very, very quickly, very high vibrational. But when they're not moving, they sort of enter into like this like languor. Hold on, let's read this one. I feel like there is something here where it's like you're being asked to actually like slow down. Curb impatience. Come to rest until conditions improve and ripen as they surely will. Yeah, because I feel like there's this like desire to want to move really quickly or to like take really big steps and leaps and like be like a hummingbird, right? This sort of like high vibrational energy where you're like constantly moving, but it's saying it's not time for that right now. You have to be patient because there's something here where it's like the conditions aren't right, maybe, or like there's still like, I don't want to say obstacles, but it kind of feels like that, like physical things that you have to take care of before whatever it is that you're waiting for or whatever it is that you're moving towards comes into fruition. Like the conditions aren't right yet is how it's coming through. Yeah, okay. In each moment, the only control you have is how you respond to your current external and internal conditions. However, you are not in control of your conditions. You have no control over the weather, the people around you, your genetics, and the passage of time with its attending force of entropy. You don't have complete control over your body. Try telling your heart to stop beating or your lungs to stop breathing for more than a few minutes or your intestines to stop digesting. They simply won't do your bidding. You don't even have complete control over your emotions. Try telling your joy or your grief to go away. You might be able to witness these emotions without letting them color your thoughts, decisions, and actions. But some emotions hover around you like clouds on a windless day until you have fully digested them and accepted them and worked through whatever is underlying them. And you don't have complete control over your mind. How many times have you decided to focus on something only to find yourself thinking about something else? If you do not pause to assess your conditions and respond appropriately, you may find yourself banging your head against walls, barking up the wrong trees, or otherwise wasting energy that would be best spent dealing with what is. Sometimes it's not that you are going after the wrong things, but rather that the timing isn't quite right for them yet. When you are drawn to this archetype, it is an indication that you are in such a situation. Rather than pushing ahead now, enter into the stillness and repose that is more appropriate to the conditions you are currently in. Conserve and perhaps even build your energy so you can respond more effectively when conditions are ripe. Okay. Yeah. There's something of external, perhaps even internal conditions that are not yet ripe for whatever it is that you're trying to, or that you're wanting to move towards. And it's to an extent outside of your control. So it could be something, if it's external circumstances, of course, that could be something like very physical, responsibilities maybe that you have to take care of or that you have to respond to, or that kind of thing. If it's feeling very practical, like those kind of things that you have to just like tend to. It could also be internally, there may be some emotional energy that, or mental energy that you're just having to sort of like address and sit with and like witness and move through without allowing it to sort of affect, like, I don't know, there as that description said, there are some things that we just can't help but feel, or that we can't help but think about, or whatever. It's kind of coming through like that. So just dealing with that as consciously and patiently as possible. It does feel like, Aquarius, like whatever it is that you're trying to move towards, like it feels like something that's like future, like a place that you want to be, a thing that you're trying to move towards, or like that kind of energy. And it's just like, be present in where you are right now. I know that that can be hard. Okay. The Voice of the Moon. This is a card about belonging, which is really interesting because sometimes it comes through with this energy of feeling separate from things, like especially with the moon. Sometimes that the moon card in the tarot can represent like separation, or feeling of like, yeah, like being separate from something, or like being at a distance from something. So it does feel kind of like that, Aquarius. Maybe you're feeling kind of separate from something, or could be a person, something or someone that you want to be close to, or you want to be in that future moment, or it's this feeling of separation or distance. Okay, but anyways, this card talks about focusing on what the feeling of belonging. So, okay, identify and engage with what you feel deeply connected to in yourself and in the world around you in order to resolve vague longings and clarify your true path. You will now benefit from transforming your longings into a sense of belonging. You belong. We all belong. Each one of us belongs in the place and time in which we exist. We belong to the earth and we belong to each other. Whether we acknowledge it or not, we are interdependent and coexistent. Despite our innate interconnection with each other and all that is, we tend to feel that we are separate. Unfortunately, this false sense of separateness leads us to get distracted by longings and then to chase one thing after another because there's nothing out there that can possibly fill the hole created by feeling separate. Instead, this archetype urges you to connect with whatever is present. Connect with your body, connect with your emotions, connect with the land, connect with the moon, connect with a tree. Let these points of connection talk to you, guide you, and lead you in the next steps of your life. Consider why you feel connected to the places, people, and things you do. That sense of connection is, in itself, an orientation, a direction in which to head, a path to take. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this energy is really emphasizing for you, Aquarius, to like be really present and connected to whatever is around you right now. It's really emphasizing this energy of connection. It's wanting to like come through as being sort of like a 10 of Pentacles, physicality kind of energy. So perhaps there's something about like your physical environment that you're being asked to connect to really strongly. There may also be something of like your connections. So it doesn't have to be relationship focused. It could be, it's kind of emphasizing home to me, especially with the hummingbird and langur, or like where you feel comfortable. Okay, I'm gonna use, I haven't used this deck in a while, the Oracle of Mystical Moments, but I was seeing a card from this deck, the Tiny Triumphs card. I was seeing that before starting your reading, so I pulled this deck out for you. So Aquarius. Lorelei. Okay. This card is so interesting. It comes through with this message for me personally when I see this card. It's like things that are outside of your control. Things that are outside of your control is really just coming through with the message like that. There are there's something going on around you where it's like you can't necessarily leave or go or do whatever it is that you want to be doing. It's kind of like you have to just stay where you are. That's how it's coming through for you, Aquarius. There may be sort of a resistance to that, though, because I feel like there's something here where it's like there's a longing with the voice of the moon, a longing to be somewhere else, or that there's something else or someone else, or I don't know, something that feels separate from you. And what this energy is trying to emphasize to you is that you belong. You belong where you are. You belong where you are is actually how it's coming through. Or if I phrase that in another way, you are where you are meant to be at the moment. That this is where you're meant to be at the moment. There's some sort of, I don't know, it feels kind of like preserving your energy or building up energy until it's time for you to move or go or whatever it is. It feels kind of like a test of your patience and your faith, Aquarius. A test of patience and your faith is just how it's coming through. The perfect key. Interesting. Okay. And there's a tiny triumphs card that I was seeing at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this card is talking about, like, again, that sort of slow and steady, but also celebrating sort of like small things, appreciating the little things. I do feel like there's something being brought to you, Aquarius. That's how it's coming through. Because it's kind of like, it's kind of coming through as being like, okay, where it's like you are in the right place, but it's not the right time. That's how it's feeling. So it's saying like, just wait. If you try and move, if you try and go somewhere, not that you're going to miss it, but it might just take longer. Is how it's feeling. So if you try and move, it might take longer. If you try and speed things up, it's going to delay things. Like, it's kind of coming through like that. Okay, so the perfect key says happiness, encouragement, unlock feelings. There's a bird sitting on the woman's shoulder, encouraging her to try different keys with his mouth. Yet the woman has already found the perfect fitting key. She can open the cage and open her heart. Sometimes life is only a search for the right key. There are so many things that are hard for us to approach. We can have trouble accessing our own feelings. Thanks to friends and family, there are people who can help to find the lost keys to our personal happiness. Interesting. Because with that energy of like the voice of the moon, so your moon sign might be important, or like the house that your moon is in, if you are aware of that. There may be, especially if you feel like, I feel like maybe Aquarius, there's something about like how you're feeling that might be affecting your clarity or something about how you're feeling that may be affecting, I don't know, especially with the moon energy. It could be like causing illusions or like misleading you, or it feels kind of like thinking that things are worse than they are when maybe they're not, or thinking that you have to make some sort of change. It's just really emphasizing that now might not be the best time for that. I feel like you already have the perfect key. That's how it's coming through. You already have the perfect key, but there may be energies around you, especially like external circumstances or something like that, that maybe make you feel like you don't have enough, or that you need to be doing more, or that there's like something that you need to move away from, or like, I don't know, there could be that kind of energy. And it's saying like try and curb those impulses is how it's coming through, because you already have the perfect key. Now is the time to take things slowly and focus on the little things. Okay. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of communication that's coming in through sort of the moon energy. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pull some animal cards for you, Aquarius. Yeah, okay. The dragon. The dragon, the black egg, and the cheetah. Interesting. And another card, and the buffalo. Okay. Okay. I feel... The dragon did pop out. You have, before I started shuffling, so third eye with the... Sorry, not third eye. It's not the third eye. Solar plexus and throat chakra. Solar plexus and throat chakra. The black egg. But I feel like there's, here with the cheetah and the buffalo, something is heading towards you very quickly is how it's coming through. The buffalo can come in with this energy of like, well, I heard stand your ground, Aquarius. I feel like there's a really big energy that's headed towards you. But it's not time yet, right? Like there are circumstances outside of your control where especially, but I feel like that's the thing. You're in the right place. So stay where you are, stand your ground, but it's not the right time. Hold on. Let's see. The buffalo, because I'm trying to see if that's a good or a bad thing. Well, it doesn't matter. It just feels like something that's outside of your control. Okay, grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise towards heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. Yeah, okay. When in balance, trusting in pure presence. When out of balance, restless and lacks gratitude. To bring into balance, prayer and bhakti. Okay, because I feel like there's something here, Aquarius, where there's something here that almost feels like a test of your patience or your faith in some way, or a bit of both. Because I feel like there's something here where it's like, maybe there's an energy of like something around you that's trying to get you to leave. That's how it's feeling with this bird energy. Like, why don't you try this key, or try that key, or try this other key? But it's like you already have the perfect key. That's how it's coming through. So it's kind of feeling like stand your ground. It's not the time to be moving or doing or trying something new. It's like you already belong where you are. You are in the right place, but it's not the right time. And there may be something coming in that's maybe feeling like a test to that. It's testing you in whatever way. It's testing your patience. It's testing your resolve. It's testing your faith in something. Whatever that is, but because you have the dragon and the black egg, I almost said black eye. There is something here where it's it's like knowing your truth here, especially with the dragon coming out. Because there may be something where it's like, you're connected to truth, Aquarius. But I do feel like there's almost like something coming in that may be feeling like it's trying to get you to choose something else. And that's why it feels kind of like a test of your faith. Okay, yeah, the lamb at the bottom of the deck. So stand your ground, Aquarius. You're in the right place. You belong here. Okay, Lascuna. Interesting, this card. So this card talks about sort of like going on an adventure, experiencing something new and something that is very familiar to you. So this kind of is coming through with a bit of a Four of Cups energy. It has been recently anyways, where it's like maybe there's some sort of energy that's become stagnant or something like that. Like where it's like maybe you become jaded to something, or like that kind of energy. So maybe you just need some like new inspiration or something like that. One second. Yeah, okay. With this buffalo, I'm kind of getting like a water buffalo kind of energy. Water and earth, because that's especially with this energy as well. I feel like water and earth are the elements that are really helping you at the moment, Aquarius. Not fire. Fire may be an energy where it's like, because especially with Jupiter and Mars both being in retrograde, those are both signs that rule over fire, right? Like Aries and Sagittarius. I feel like fire is not beneficial to you at this time. What's beneficial to you is earth and water. That's how it's coming through. So earth and water are the elements that you're being asked to work with. I feel like there's something here. Because Lascuna sometimes talks to me about like very familiar places, like your neighborhood where you live, but finding something new about it, right? Like very familiar places, but like exploring something new about those places. There's something like that coming in where I feel like it's like you don't have to go very far. You don't have to like experience some whole new crazy big change kind of thing. It's like it's very small. It's like finding something new and small to appreciate is how it's feeling, like to, especially with this energy, like the things where you feel very connected to, like things that you feel really connected to. It could be something where it's like like especially if it's like existing connections or existing relationships, or like you know, if it's not people, it could just be like your job or your environment where there is sort of like a deeper appreciation for something. rather than sort of like chasing after something that's like new, because it's really wanting to emphasize, Aquarius, like stand your ground. Fire is not helping you necessarily in this case. It's wanting you to like dig deeper with the water and the earth. Because especially with the change that's coming in, I feel like there is change that's happening. But it's change that happens slowly over a long period of time, which are water and earth. Fast change would be air and fire. And I feel like that might not be beneficial to you at this time. Like quick, fast, big changes, I feel like should be more grounded in the physical. And that's going to take time. Okay. He of the fiery sword. That's another masculine energy, which is interesting. He of the fiery sword. Again, there's more fire. This is fire and air again. It's a very masculine energy, but it also talks about like having to do the necessary things, having to make difficult choices, having to like follow through on challenging decisions and things like that. That's what this energy comes through with, being able to accomplish difficult tasks. Maybe there's 1 second. Okay. A clear and focused will and a determination to carry through on decisions, even if much effort is required. It also indicates that you will be receiving assistance on something. I feel like I do feel like there's something being brought to you, Aquarius. Like some sort of solution or something like that. The cheetah and the he of the fiery sword, I don't feel like are negative energies. I actually feel like there's something very positive headed towards you that's going to be helping you with something. And it's really wanting you to, like, the message that's coming through is, like, stand your ground. Like, stay where you are. It's you are connected to whatever this energy is as well. Because I feel like whatever this energy is almost opposite to you or is attracted to you in whatever way. I need one more card for that. Elise the Alchemist. This is another card about transformation. And both of these cards both of these fairy cards are energies that talk about, like, they venture into this sort of muddy water energy with this water buffalo, which is really interesting. Elise the Alchemist. I feel like you are this buffalo, like the water buffalo is this energy that's coming through for you. Perhaps that's a symbol for you in this time, that like that's how it's feeling. Because I'm seeing you as being this sort of energy of like being in the earth and water, like being very grounded and spiritual at the same time. But there's something going on that is outside of your control, Aquarius, where I feel like there's almost like this like energy that is changing, where it's like this other energy, whatever it is, if it's a person, it could be like a new opportunity or something like that. That situation is going through a lot of changes that are necessary, but there's a lot of strength and determination and willpower to complete those changes. Because Elise the Alchemist talks about like transformation. Something is transforming. Inner transformation in an irrevocable change. Get ready for things to happen, inwardly and outwardly. The stuck becomes unstuck, the blocked begins to move. You have to run to keep up with the speed at which the situation around you is moving. You may also be surprised by the directions things and you are taking. You may find your plans, even your desires and dreams, changing as the transformative process takes place. It might not have been in your plans, but later on you will look back and say, wow, it wasn't what I expected, but it was just what I needed. When we have been through such an alchemical process, we can never go back to what we were before, which is probably just as well. Okay. There's a lot of change happening, Aquarius, but there may be resistance to it. That's how it's feeling, yeah. Hobjob at the bottom of the deck. Which talks about this sort of like self-rejection is usually what I get with that card. Like fears, illusions, kind of like an Eight of Swords energy. And at least the Alchemist also sometimes comes through with this energy of like, get out of your own way, Aquarius. Like, allow the change to happen. Okay, I'm gonna pull one card from the Animal Apothecary deck, because I do feel like there's something where it's like two paths are coming together, or two energies are coming together. That of course is going to bring change. I feel like there's something about alignment that's happening, but it almost feels like there's something like that's about to intersect with you. Like it's coming to you. Okay. So connect with your core, especially with the dragon and the black egg, and your truth. There may be many things that are coming towards you with the perfect key, especially. Like there may be multiple offers or multiple opportunities or multiple whatever, and the guidance for you is to make sure that you are choosing the right key, right? That's how it's feeling. Okay. Shake, release, and heal. Move on. Interesting. I feel like there's some sort of movement that's really being highlighted. Maybe you are being asked to move, but you don't feel like, or like there's this energy of like I don't think it's the right time, Aquarius. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't feel like the right time. Maybe you're having to heal from something. There's something that you have to release and move on from. Sometimes this gazelle energy talks about, like in the animal deck, the gazelle talks about like fearing that they're predators, which is interesting because the cheetah is coming out, right? And I feel like this is that energy of He of the Fiery Sword. There's something perhaps fiery and fast moving that's headed towards you. That might be, I don't know, activating fear, or this kind of like wanting to sort of stay hidden or grounded, or like, I don't know, something like that. But I feel like this is actually something that you want. So to just stand your ground, right? To not be afraid of whatever this is. I feel like this is something that you want, but there may be sort of like past traumas or things like that that you're having to release from your body, or from your emotional state, right? Like there's that kind of energy here where like the circumstances that are outside of our control, maybe there's some sort of like past trauma or emotional energy that you have to feel and release and heal and move on from. And it's like you have to move through these problems or feelings or energies before this new thing comes in. But there is change happening, right? It feels very much, though, like you are being asked to focus on earth and water, your physical environment and your emotional state. Because there's something very like air and fire kind of energy coming in. So it's important for you to stay grounded. Okay. Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.